Hello everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is the second Sunday in March. Woo! St. Patrick's Day is next week. Woo! Yay! So how was everybody's week? Awesome, it's really good to hear. I had a I'm significantly better today than I was last week. Monday and Tuesday were rough. The whatever this was really took its toll. And then I was all gross, and yeah, it was a long week. I did actually get a surprising amount of stitching done. Much more than I anticipated getting done, especially on Monday. Monday was bad. So we've got some whip updates. We've got haul. And Q&A, of course. So we'll dive right on in. The first one comes from Erin Mays. You were not too late. Generally, I record between around 11 o'clock in the morning, Central Time on Sundays. So, if that sort of helps any. She asks, how do you keep yourself from getting overwhelmed by all the whips you haven't completed yet and the ones you haven't even started yet? Well, the stuff I haven't started doesn't overwhelm me at all because it's just there to be started whenever I feel like. What I do is I do keep about 10 or 11 active whips at a time, and then the rest are all in a box that is opaque, so I can't just see it and it's not just staring at me. And then my general rule of thumb is if after 2 months of my rotation I have skipped something or I've just really not wanted to work on it, then I pull something out and work on it instead. So that's kind of how I handle that. But you just kind of have to figure out a way to do what works best for you. Just Jules, I think that shirt came from Kohl's. See, Faith Fan wants to know who my favorite Golden Girl is. It's Dorothy. Because that's who I will probably end up being. Definitely thank you to everyone who wished me to feel better. I definitely do feel better now. So, it looks like that's all the Q&A. So, we'll dive right on into the haul. So, one thing I got was not a market release, but the rest is. So, I got Hands On Designs, The House on a Hill, which is their new 4-part series. And this is the Summer Night. So there it is. It's inspired by the Cape. I assume meaning Cape Cod. And look at this pin set. There's a little whale. Isn't that adorable? So I got that because, you know, how I like my houses and such. So, I've never made a pin cushion before, so this will be very interesting to see. It looks fairly simple, though. So I got that. I got Heartstrings Sampleries, Festive Little Fobs Tea Time Edition. Because I thought it was cute. So there we go with that. I got Summer House Stitchworks Sister Suffragette, because I liked it. Votes for Women. And you can even make little buttons that say vote. And it includes it for the USA, the UK, Canada, the Netherlands, and France. So, that's kind of cool. Oh, pardon my yawn. And then I got Lindy Stitches. Cute, cute. There's no place like home except Grandma's, because I thought it was really adorable. And I had to support Lindy Stitches, because she's awesome. And then the one I got that was not part of the the Needle Market release, but because I picked it up several times, was the Tiny Modernist Words to Live By first part. And I will not be doing it on black. No. No, no, no. So I broke my pattern diet. But I did very well. I made it through March, right? Yeah. So, that was my new haul from the market. I think for sure Follow Your Dreams will probably get started for them, but I think these two are probably going to be Mania starts this year. If I don't start them before that. And it's possible, knowing me, that there will be a new start today, because because it's me. Alright, so, on to the whips. So this week, for Mirabilia Monday, my goal was just to fill this little part in here, and I succeeded. And that was all I could manage. And it took me 3 hours to do that. That should tell you how bad I was feeling. So, got that done. This week's goal is going to be to do more of this part in here. So, we're slowly but surely getting there. I don't have a Monday holiday again until May. So, unlike the last 2 months where I've had one Monday where I could just work all day, I don't have that this month. So, won't see quite as much progress, but that's okay. So then, this week's homework in Magical Stitches was Year 2 Diagon Alley, where you had to go shopping and get stuff, and then you had to fit it to your projects. So, the first place I visited was Madame Malkin's Robes to get some new house robes and help a friend who needed some new Hufflepuff robes, since I'm technically in Gryffindor for this. And I worked on my Hufflepuff Floral Crest from Cross Stitch For You. So I got my page finish. This, again, I was also sick while I was working on this, because I did work on it a little tiny bit on Sunday. I got like 5 stitches in. And we had to put 250 stitches in total, and I know that I surpassed 250 on this. But here it is. I'm using Gentle Arts. There's one Ship's Manor, but I don't think it was in this one. And then the black is just DMC black. But here it is. I had to do a little bit of creative stitching because I miscounted. That's probably going to be a theme throughout this. But there it is. Alright, then the next project was I stopped by the apothecaries to get fairy wings for some potion supplies. So I worked on Aurora. Although what I worked on was not the actual dress. I did my other 2 fairies, which they're bigger than they look. There's a fairy in this bag somewhere. It's Merryweather is who I'm missing. There she is. So I'd done the crown, and I think I'd done Flora last week. So here are Fauna and Merryweather on the paper. So, and I chose to do paper for those simply because I was concerned with and for the crown, because I was concerned with my placement on here. So that resolved some of that fear. Pardon me. And the next month, we'll go back to the dress proper. Or maybe later this month. We'll see how I'm feeling. And then the last thing I worked on, and will be going with me to work because I still need to finish in the moon, is Great Cheshire Moon. So I went to Magical Menagerie because I decided I wanted a cat instead of an owl. So there's where I'm at. I've just got to fill in the moon, and then I'll be halfway through the project. So that'll be what I take to lunch and work on this week at work, which shouldn't take too terrible long to get that all accomplished in. So I really love how this one looks. There are, in this one, some counting errors as well with the tree branches, but nobody can tell. So, yep. And this is by Tempting Tangles. So, that's what I've worked on so far. I guess we'll get our homework for magical stitches later today. So I'm not really sure what I'll work on. I may work on Rapunzel from My Fairy Tale. I may work on Sarah Davis. I may work on Giant Harry Potter. I don't know what I'm gonna work on. I don't know. Or like I said, I may have a new start. It's just gonna kind of depend on what I'm feeling here in a little bit. So, anyhow, I hope everyone has a great week. I will see you all next week.